Hello, Capricorn. So I'm doing a new moon reading for you in honor of the new moon tonight, which is in Pisces. This is going to give you some clarity around the energies that you can harness to help you move through the new moon. Usually you're setting intentions for a new moon, but with Pisces, you're also releasing anything that doesn't serve you. So I thought it would be good to take a look at that for everybody. Now, Capricorn, you actually have the Six of Wands for which you're supposed to be releasing. You're supposed to be working on your ego, okay? There's a need for external validation that I feel like the Pisces moon is asking you to take a look at. Because with this King of Wands and the Two of Swords in the reverse, I'm going to tell you right now, no matter what people say about you or how great you are, deep down, you already have a preconceived idea about how you feel about yourself. And so people could praise you all day, but that doesn't change the way you view yourself, okay? It's in a negative light. It feels like you have kind of a belief that maybe you're not a good person, or it's like, yeah, if you really knew the real me. But there's also an addiction to external validation. So there could be something that, in your life you feel guilty about, or it could just be that you have like a really negative idea about who you are as a person. And so you try really hard to always like be the hero or be the person that everybody's like, wow, he's such a great guy or she's such an awesome lady. You get what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, when you come home, you don't even believe it, right? The reason I'm saying this needs to be released is because it dictates the way that you live your life, right? Because you want that validation based on the fact you're not able to give it to yourself. More so than you should be worried about what people think of you, it's time for you to start thinking about why you feel the way you do about yourself, okay? King of Swords in the reverse. What do you believe about yourself? Why do you feel like you're not a good person? You know what I mean? Is it something from your past? Is it something that you feel like you did that you feel bad about? There's an energy here of you like holding yourself to such a high standard that no matter what you do, you're never going to be satisfied. It's almost like you put your standards for yourself higher than what other people expect from you. So even if you do something that's noteworthy or amazing, you're still not happy, right? Everybody around you is like, whoa, way to go, Capricorn. That was so awesome. And you're just like, yeah, whatever. I could have done better. You got to be better to yourself. You're being way too hard on yourself. That's something that you need to be addressing during this new moon, okay? And that could be like a subconscious thing. It could be that perhaps, you came from like a very strict upbringing where you always had to be a certain way. And even though now you're away from that, it's still so deeply ingrained in you that you feel like a failure a lot of the time. But it's time to let that go, okay? When I'm looking at the tools that you have to be able to kind of transcend this situation, whatever happened that made you feel the way that you feel now is over, okay? It's been over for a long time, but it affected you so deeply that it feels like it's something that you carry with you. Now, this could be like conditioning from a parent, right? If it is, either you don't live with that person anymore or they've passed away, okay? This is something that it feels like you keep replaying or you keep repeating. You have the power to end whatever this is. Also, you've changed. Like, whoever you were back then that felt like you were, maybe not strong enough, not good enough, that's not who you are anymore, right? So it's time to let kind of that need for validation from others to die with that person that you used to be, right? Because it's been miles since whatever that situation was. This is kind of you having like built this tower, you constructed this of like, this is who I am. This is what I'm supposed to do. These are the expectations. It's time to pull that apart, okay? Forgiveness is huge. You may need to forgive the people in your life that made you feel this way. You don't got to talk to them to do that, right? Just meditate on it. I would say your sacral chakra needs some help because that's very prevalent. I also feel like your throat chakra needs to be worked on as well, okay? Because this is kind of more about speaking your truth and being honest with yourself about why you do the things you do or why you believe the things you believe, okay? Also, I want you to take a look at the beliefs that you have and realize how they are governing every aspect of your life. You know, the decisions you make, what you choose to do, believe in, eat, where you go. It's almost like you always have to think, okay, what would the person that I'm supposed to be do, instead of actually doing what you want to do, okay? Let me get you an oracle message. This was kind of a big reading. This is going to be a big energy. I'm finding that for signs who are not like super emotional, they're really struggling with the energy of Pisces new moon because they're having to like do a lot of shadow work and kind of deep dive into their emotions. And that's not something that they're as comfortable with. So it's almost like because it doesn't happen often, you guys are getting the big lessons, okay? Moon in Cancer, spend time with family or helping others, avoid situations that can be a drain on your emotions. New moon, the time is right for seeking new opportunities. So it's time to do something else. You know, you might need to reconnect with family because it feels like there's something that's governing why you feel the way you do. And, you know, like, for example, say you have like a really scary abusive parent. You move away, you grow up, you become all these things that that parent would have wanted you to be, right? If you went back home now and you saw that parent and they're like 80 years old and they have like dementia, your perspective of them would change, right? You would be like, whoa, why am I still letting this person torture me and dictate all of my comings and goings when they can't even function? You get what I'm saying? You got nothing will come of this situation, void of course moon. So you continuing in the way that you've been going is just going to make you miserable in the end. Don't let your past hold you back. South Node, right? It feels like your past is really dictating the way that you move. Let's get one more because you guys have such a big energy right now. You got, don't let pride get in your way. Be bold and make the first move. So this is something you're going to have to do on your own. But like I said, it's going to be you having to confront your ego. It's the ego death, right? And that's not easy. Positive energy. Surround yourself with positive people and situations and avoid negativity. So it's time to start being around people that perhaps you look at them as like living in the clouds or being so, you know, oh, you just are so full of fantasy and you're not realistic. It might be good for you to be around people that are a little more metaphysical, right? Or unrealistic. Father healing at the bottom of your deck. Your personal power increases as you give any father related issues to heaven. A lot of you got that. And, you know, I think it's kind of because the past is coming up, right? We're releasing what doesn't work for us anymore. And that's a lot of the old conditioning that we've picked up from our family and our parents. Healing heart, you're a powerful healer. Keep up the great work. So it's time for you to heal yourself, right? It seems like you are always healing everyone else or being everybody's hero. It's time for you to go within and really start nurturing the person that needs it the most, which really is you. But that would require you to put your pride aside and realize that you actually do have some wounds that need to be healed, right? All right, Capricorn, this has been your new moon reading. I hope I was able to provide you with clarity, and I will speak to all of you again soon. Bye.